Hello, thank you so much for joining me here today. We are going to be diving into a you and the person on your mind reading. You do not have to be romantically involved already with this person. You could want to be, you could be in separation, no contact. Doesn't matter. It's just a matter that you have an interest in being romantically involved with this person. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. We will go ahead and pull the cards for you. Then we will pull the cards for your person. I also want to grab some oracle cards, and then we will also grab some cards for the energy in between the two of you. So these black cards will be your energy coming forward here. We already have the energy coming ahead of two major arcana cards. We have the Tower, we also have the Hermit, and now we also have the Hierophant. So you have three major arcana cards coming forward here, which is a balanced energy, right? You have some minors, some majors. So you are approaching this with a recognition that some things are in your control when it comes to moving things ahead, and some things are in spirit's control, and some things are in your person's control. It's not just up to you to make something happen here. You play a role in making things happen, but it's not just up to you to, push things forward, try to see some sort of shift and change, or everything is on your plate, right? It's not in that sort of direction. And then we also have for your person's energy, they have some major arcana cards coming forward here as well. They've got in the middle here Temperance as well as the Chariot. So they are also in a place where recognizing that there are some things going on within spirits, the universe, that it's out of their control, while also recognizing that they do play a role in making some things happen here, that it's not everything's out of their control. Though when it comes to them to you, we only have two on their side. So they recognize here that it's a lot more in their control to make something happen than it is in your control. So they see that they need to take action in some ways. They see that they need to do some things more than they are putting it the weight on your plate to do things. So at least that's good, right? They recognize that there are some things that they need to take action on over the fact that you need to go ahead and take action there as well. Now, the overall energy of the connection here doesn't have any major arcana cards, and that's okay. It's just to fill the space in between the two of you, recognize in between the two of you. And if we're already recognizing that spirit is involved on both sides, the in-between can kind of just be the flow rather than needing to have a complete control in the situation. So let's dive in. Your energy, I see you being in a place of passion. You are in a place of learning about yourself, learning about the roles that you're playing in this connection, learning about what you need to do to move things forward, learning that you have certain patterns that you need to search out yourself, but also being in a place of passion to make things happen. I see you being somebody who is very excited to make things happen, move things forward. I see you being very attracted to this person. You also have this energy of, yes, I can make this be a committed relationship. I can see this be a long-term romantic connection. I can see this be something that moves forward. You do, though, have had this Five of Swords here, which says that you recognize that there's some differences between the two of you. Maybe it's not as big as difference as you want to live, in one side of the world and they want to live in another. Maybe it's not as big of differences as that. But maybe there's a difference in terms of you are somebody who would like to travel 3 times a year, and they are somebody who would like to have at least a mini weekend, to the cabin or something like that, trip to the lake trip, at least once a month, right? Maybe there's some sort of difference in terms of the energy in that sort of direction, but not necessarily that big of differences. But just in general, I see you being somebody who is very passionate about this connection, passionate about moving things forward, feeling heavily attracted to this particular person, and being able to see an outcome of like, this can work, this can move forward, and I'm willing to do the work to get it there. That's how I see you coming forward. Your person is coming ahead in this sort of, I don't want to repeat the past, but I still want to take action. And it doesn't even have to be the past between the two of you. It could just be their past in general, and them not wanting to be in a place that kind of screws something up. They might be somebody who really fantasizes about conflicting things, thinking about where some things could push back instead of push forward, think about where issues could come ahead, to be ready to take action on them. but that sort of mentality keeps you trapped, because it keeps you trapped in this idea that there's always going to be conflict, right? There's always going to be a what if this situation happens? What if that situation happens? What if something negative goes forward, right? This is how I'm going to tackle it. It always comes forward in a mentality of thinking about the negatives, thinking about where something could go wrong. And so I feel like there's this energy coming forward from your person where, because they're in that sort of trap mentality of not wanting to repeat the past, plus also being in this, I gotta be ready for anything that goes wrong, it kind of keeps them in a place that's more so stuck. They're really wanting to take action though. We have the Chariot, we have the Knight of Swords, we have Temperance. They're wanting to be in a balanced place to take action, but they also seem to be in a, I don't want to rush into something and do it wrong. I don't want to rush into something and make things not happen in the way that they are supposed to. So I feel you two are very passionate about each other. We have fire sign energy on both sides of the table here. There's a passion that's wanting to move forward. There's a flow that's wanting to move ahead. I feel like you are doing the work, whereas they are, I'm not going to say that they're not doing the work, okay? But it seems like they're a little bit more trapped, whereas you are working through it, okay? You might be, even if you feel like you are in quicksand, you might be moving in one of those moving belts at the airport where it kind of walks you forward. So you're walking on one of those, but the floor is also moving you ahead, versus I feel like this person is just walking. So yes, they are trying to do the work, but it's a lot more slowly because they're kind of working through the past and getting a little bit stuck there, versus you are doing the work yourself, pushing through any sort of issues, rubble, recognizing the differences, recognizing how you need to kind of take action in life and move forward. Like, you are doing the personal work and growth, and they're doing it, but just at a definitely slower pace. The energy in between the two of you is very desirable because it's focused on happiness, it's focused on growth, it's wanting communication to flourish, it's wanting movement. We do see that stuck energy though up at the top that's probably coming forward from your person, where there's a bit of a difficult energy in accepting new beginnings, even though we want to. So there's this curious flow of energy between the two of you of being very passionate, being in a place of desire, wanting and picturing happiness together here with this 10 of Cups, but there's this held back energy of how do we actually get it to move forward. So the energy between the two of you is wanting success. It's wanting happiness. It's wanting movement. It's wanting flow, right? We're wanting everything to see an opportunity to move ahead, but there's something of like needing to let go of the past here in order to move things forward. We have the full moon in Gemini, so they're a full moon closing something out to give the space of something new to come ahead. The answers you need are coming. So here we have the Page of Swords. We're trying to seek information. We're trying to find something out. So the answers that you need, the answers that you're looking for, they are coming. We'll also take the one that has flipped over here, which is the new moon in Gemini. Look at that, full moon in Gemini, new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Also Page of Swords, right? Communicating, figuring things out together, finding the answers and the directions on how to move ahead. So I feel like there's some sort of communication that's going to come ahead here between the two of you to figure something out. We see that Page of Swords, we see that Page of Cups, both cards of communication, both cards of wanting to connect. We are in a space of closing out some sort of cycle to allow this newness energy to come forward to see something excel between the two of you. So we can probably expect a conversation here to happen. We have serendipity. We have number 18. 1 talks about new beginnings, talks about opportunities. 8 talks about movement, progression. Bottom of the deck, number 15, message in a bottle. Here's the message. Here's the communication. We are having number 1 come forward. Again, new beginnings. This new energy is wanting to move forward, as well as number 5, creating a change in the situation. So there's something about like wanting to push past a challenge, wanting to push past a difficult situation, wanting to see something be different. I feel like the answers that you're looking for are going to be coming. Let me know down below in the comment section as well what questions that you have. What are you searching for the answers for when it comes to this connection? Maybe we can do like a part 2 or something like that, or just a brand new reading. And kind of dive into some of those questions as well, because if we're looking for answers and we have this communication card and we have these Page of Swords, Page of Cups, wanting to figure things out, it feels like the answers are trying to make its way forward. Your person has this Knight of Swords, wanting to communicate. Maybe let's dive into more of this energy. We have the dark man dealing with or having relationships with a man with a darker complexion or hair. So maybe we could get some answers from this particular person, or maybe you are involved with somebody or look like that person. Let's see what's going on here as well. Maybe they have a friend that you can get some answers from there too. We have the Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So success is coming forward. There are so many of these cards that I have to use 2 different piles here because my hands are definitely not big enough to be able to shuffle all of them at one time. So we have the Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Interesting. Let's see what this one comes forward as well. The Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that somebody is against you. Let's grab one more card for this. Let me know where this is coming forward in your life. Sometimes these tea leaf cards are a little bit out there to the point where it makes me think for a second as to how this can come forward. Maybe this is like watch your spending to try to make yourself feel better, or watch the spending when it comes to maybe watch what you're placing value on. Maybe watch what you're placing value on, because if the answers are coming, it means you don't have the answers. You don't have the answers. So if you're thinking something, oh, I know this is the answer, right? I know it. I knew it before. I know it now. This is the answer. It's like, take care. Don't believe in the negatives here right now, because we might lose something that we value because we're believing in some sort of negatives. We have success coming. The answers are coming. You don't have the answers yet. Something is going to work out, right? 4-leaf clover on our serendipitous energy here. Flying away. We also have the Axe, forces working against you. If you feel like there is something pushing back, maybe we need to just kind of hold back here for a second and say, hey, we don't have all the answers yet. So if we're feeling like something is working against us, something is pushing against us, oh, I knew it wasn't going to work out. Oh, I don't believe this, Temperance. It's not going to happen. It's like, whoa. We have success coming forward here. Let's maybe get some advice here from this person. Reach out to somebody in our lives, because even if we think something is working against us, we have things moving forward in a really good way. We have the answers are coming. You don't have the answers yet. You don't know everything. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that that meme, oh, since you got your degree and everything, you know the answers to everything. No, we're pages are just still seeking something out. We're still figuring something out here. So let's go ahead and grab our importance initials, acronyms, names, and words. So this one jumped out, this S. So these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. Let me know. What do you see down below here in the comment section? Let me know. Also, what questions does this reading leave you with? What now, after working through all this energy, are you thinking? What are you wanting to look into? What are you kind of feeling from this? Let me know down below. What did this reading bring out within inside of you, and what you are seeking some answers for when it comes to this particular energy here as well. If you'd like a personal reading and you want to dive into it personally there as well, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. The link is down below in the description box.